Pat and Louie, Pat and Louie, Pat and Louie do a podcast. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew.
Pat and Louie, and this time Oscar. Pat and Louie, and this time Oscar. Pat and Louie, and this time Oscar.
Camera a bit.
Cold open.
You know, like the music is playing in the background, for example. Can you sing me something like da-da-da-da? Sing it. It's Pat and Louie, da-da-da, Louie and Pat. It's a podcast. Get it? Like there's a jingle and then we sing. Get it?
Welcome to the show.
Welcome back. Welcome back? Is the first episode published?
It's not published, but it exists.
It exists.
And I think we would put it out because it is a little bit long.
I don't think it's long.
Which is my, there's my
I think
it's a little bit long.
I think it's the perfect amount. I think it's not enough, if I'm being honest.
If I'm being honest, I feel like there were moments that were really amazing, and there were also a few moments that were self-indulgent, and then there were a few moments that were just magic and would be, in my opinion, like the number one podcast among fans of Pat and Louie in the world.
Yeah, I love that, and it was so fun. I had so much fun. I had so much fun.
And you know what? I even had fun editing it.
Really?
I was like, you have great faces.
You know, there's just one face, but it can do wonders.
Well, it did, and it does. And if I were writing the story, if I were writing the headline of Louie, I would say this just in. Amazing faces.
Pat! I told you I'm emotional today. Even nice things can trigger me in a good way.
Oh, okay.
I will not cry today. What if I cry?
Oh, that
clicks,
would be so
clicks.
good for the yes. Yeah. And what would be really good is if we could cry over something kind of controversial, you know?
We can.
Maybe I should like harass you about something, like, you know,
you
like
can.
I could start getting like real men's rightsy, or I don't know, what would be. Should I shit on Latvia?
I'll do it myself later because because I was there last weekend, so I have things to say.
You have things to say. Well, then speaking of that, welcome to the show.
Welcome back again.
Welcome back again. We're recording another episode before we figured out the title.
Yeah.
But we've got headlines. We've got cameras. You want to say hi to your camera?
Hi, camera. Hi, guys.
Hi, camera. Hi, guys.
Hi, middle camera.
Hello, listeners.
Hi. I love you. Thank you for being here.
We're here. Oscar's here. I'm going to have to pick him up if he keeps barking. But do you think some people like love when they listen to a podcast and there's a small dog yapping in the background?
It makes it more natural, you know? We're just people with dogs and we have our lives outside of this podcast, so I think it's true. It's very vulnerable, actually. And I think we need more of that. Authenticity, vulnerability, all two things that keep me going.
Tell me, sister. I'm right there with you. And last time we established that you can really relate to my experience as a dog parent because you're a shoe parent. You own millions of pairs. Hot pairs of sneaks.
Some of them not that hot anymore, but I did buy a new one last week.
Ooh, is that a headline? Is that your headline? We should get in. We're already... I think we should get into. Should we get into your headline? Is it too soon? Never forget.
The life headline.
The Louie life headline.
What's
the headline from your?
Okay, so the headline from my life is 2 women get a squash coach for fun. Coach enters them in world championships.
I mean, this sounds like it could be an episode of Parks and Recreation. And
I love Parks and Recreation so much.
Oh my god, me too.
I will cry actually.
Amy Poehler is who I
Okay.
could aspire to be. You know, on my bestest day, that's the kind of energy I want to bring in.
She is the reason why I'm doing comedy. Did you know?
I did not know. Okay, Oscar, that's it. You gotta go.
Drama in the household.
Yeah. Actually, this is perfect because last episode we established a new segment, which was Louie's one-on-one time.
Oh my god! Finally, my one-on-one time.
Go ahead, choose your whichever camera you please,
I'll
or both, or all three.
I'll do it all.
And take your tell the world your thoughts, and I'll be back for this amazing headline. And what a tease, by the way.
Thank you. Hey guys, welcome to Louie 101. I'm happy to be here today. You know, I didn't have a good day today. And then Pat last minute was like, "Hey, are you free?" And you know what? I actually wasn't free.
Something instead of the word work.
Everyone needs to know that. Pat, please bleep this out. Put something else and do a voiceover where you say, something instead of the word work, you know? So, and now I feel like I've come here and I'm healing, and I have a gynecologist appointment later, so that's really fun. I'm really excited.
And that's all the time we have for Louie's one-on-one corner. Thank you so much, Louie, for sharing with the audience this week. I know they always look forward to Louie's one-on-one, and but we gotta, as we said before the cameras rolling.
Be more glitzy, not glitzy. Snappy.
That's an effect. Anyways, so to headline from Louie's life, two women,
yes.
2 women enroll in amateur.
Get a squash coach for fun.
2 women get a squash coach for fun. Get enrolled in world championships. For more on this story, we go down to our beat reporter who follows the Louie beat every day, Louise Betcha.
Thank you. So you want me to tell you what happened?
Well, let's get into it.
Okay. So basically, my friend and I, we go play squash sometimes, right? Once a week. But we took a break for 3 months.
I prefer playing with like pears or oranges. I find playing with vegetables is a bit like.
So we do that once in a while, right? And this one time after our session, we were paying for the court and stuff, and there was this lady, and she was like, "Oh, do you guys maybe want to like get a coach sometime? I'll teach you how to hit properly, because we're just improvising, you know, we're just having our own little fun."
Which makes sense because you come from an improv background.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're kind of like,
exactly.
Let me yes and this game, you know, the ball, you know, comes to me. Let me hit it back. Because that is classic improv rules.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like when you think about squash, you think it's simple. Just hit the ball. It has to bounce against the wall, and then the other person does the exact same thing. Fun.
Okay. Fun had by all, and I'm imagining a sweat is broken.
Oh, me definitely.
Glistening.
Oh yeah, she's glowing.
She's glowing.
She's glowing.
You're a little.
Am I glowing now? Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you are.
I'm pregnant. No, my boyfriend doesn't want kids. I don't have a boyfriend. Or do I?
Because you're not lovable.
Okay. Oh, you really took a step further. Thank you so much. I'm gay.
No,
anyway.
She's a les.
She's a les.
Louie les.
And just because I'm a les doesn't mean I'm less.
Yes, I agree. Some would say it means you're more.
I agree.
So you guys, this lady is like, hey, why don't you, take this a little more seriously?
Like, do you want to have this? Do you want to do a session where she shows us like the basics of squash and like how to hit? And we're like, it makes sense to us because I could never hit with from the left side.
You
So
could only hit.
and my serves are horrible. So we were like, you know what? That actually sounds fun. Let's do it. So we book a session with this woman.
Okay, now can I ask, how much is a session with a squash coach putting someone back, hypothetically, in euros?
25 for 45 minutes, and we did 90 minutes, so that's 50 euros.
50 euros.
Both. Not eat like together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we.
So 25 euros each for 90 shared minutes.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was good. Nice. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay. So we booked this session, and it was this Monday, and we show up early because we're professionals
And respectful.
Yeah, and we're having fun, but we're still professionals, right?
Yeah.
So and she comes late.
She comes late.
She
not
comes a little bit
professional.
late.
Now, did that count against the 90 minutes, or did the 90 minutes start from when she showed up, or?
I don't know. I didn't actually look at the time because I was trying to have fun.
Yeah.
But then she showed up, started talking to us in German again. It was like the third time, and like she knows we don't speak German.
Uh-huh.
Then she's like, abidi babidi boo boo. And we're like, sorry, what? And she's like, you should go to the court number 8. So we're like, okay. And then
Did
she
you say 8 or 8?
8. She did say, go to court 8. She's Bulgarian.
Okay.
I shouldn't reveal too many secrets because I don't think there's many squash studios. Studios?
Especially with Bulgarian coaches who charge 25 euros for 45 minutes.
I've said too much.
Okay. So you guys go down. You go down to court number 8, and then.
And then the worst thing that can ever happen happens. You know, I used to play basketball, and I hated running.
I think we do remember that. Maybe we should cut to a clip.
Me playing basketball?
Me announcing you playing basketball.
Oh, there's a clip?
From the last episode.
Oh, cool.
It'll just
be in the
wait
background.
For 10 seconds in silence. And
Okay.
It's back on defense now, and she steals it. Louise is on fire right now. She cuts to the hoop, slam dunk.
Fuck yeah. So I did that, and like my least favorite thing was running. When you had to run from one baseline to like the free throw line, then back, then to the center, then back, and then to the next free throw line, and then it was the worst thing. I guess we call it little deaths.
Little deaths.
Yeah, navitas. Yeah,
Navitas.
Little deaths.
The more you know.
The more you know.
So that's your least favorite part.
It's my least favorite part. And you know what she says? Well, you guys need to warm up. You should do this. And she makes us run navitas. I mean, the court is way smaller than a basketball court, but five of those. And then my friend was like, we did 4. And she's like, done. We cheated. Because while we were running, the coach went to like change her shoes or whatever.
Okay, so she basically just did the running to like kill time because she's like, I'm late, I'm not ready. And then she's like, the first step of coaching is you kill 5 minutes for me while I have a coffee and change my shoes.
And for it was I
don't like this thing of you're paying her. You're paying her for little deaths.
But listen, I think it was good. I need to get warmed up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, did I get warmed up. Fucking navitas. And then she gave us like little basic intro exercises, which it turns out you need to use like your legs a lot in squash. You know, you need to get low. So that means your butt is doing the work and like your upper leg muscles. So after the workout today also was really hard. I feel like there's been air pumped into my legs, and then you're walking around like this. It's quite hard to sit down and get up.
Oh,
but yeah, I just skipped over some things.
You sound like an elderly person, like someone my own age.
I know you can finally relate to something I say. So I do it for the pod. Do it for the Pat pod.
And now be really honest with me during this. Were you thinking to yourself, well, this is a great headline?
No.
Well,
No, I thought about it on my way here because this was very spontaneous.
This was
super spontaneous, but good.
But that's also
I needed it.
Fun, spontaneous.
Oh my
people.
God, adventures!
And I just like texted you first thing in the morning, like, oh my God, do you like have plans today? And you're like, oh my God, I called out of work
Saturday.
You need to bleep that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nope.
Saturday. This is Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
I don't work Saturdays.
Yep.
And
action.
So
then she's getting you doing these leg exercises, and you're like, hey, I signed up to squash to have fun, and this isn't fun.
I will not say it wasn't fun. I will say I couldn't hear half of the things she was saying to us because it was really loud because there's other courts there.
What about it was fun? Because everything so far sounds terrible. Little deaths. Then, she disabled your legs for multiple days prior. You're paying her extra money than you would have. Normally, you and your friend, you're hitting the ball. You're playing improv. It's fun. You're having an exercise, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And now this big Bulgarian bully is here. And she's kind of ripping you guys off and making you not have fun. It sounds like, from my point of view.
Well, now when you say it like that, all those things together, now I'm like, did I have fun? I learned things, but does that mean that I had fun?
I usually am not having fun when I learn.
The thing was, so we learned these things and they were useful and, I know how to hold a racket now. Important, turns out. And then by the end we were like, thank you so much, this was really fun and we're very valuable for our fun squash playing once a week, if even that. And then she's like, yes, you should come, we should do this every week, and then on top of that you go do your own sessions also in a week, so that's playing squash twice a week with a coach as well. Baby, I am not about to go do a world. I'm not preparing for anything. I don't need to prepare for fun. Fun is in the moment.
Wait, so when did she bring up the whole national championships part? Or she was just proposing that you should be, she was like, to really enjoy squash, what I recommend is paying me 50 euros a week. And then also playing an additional time because I want you focusing on the techniques I've given you. And by the way, you should do the warm-up. You should be doing the little deaths. Every time you try to have fun, you should start with a little bit of death, which is the beginning of most fun things.
Not the way to start anything, really.
No.
But, I'll be honest. She didn't say anything about the championship, but it felt like she's getting... We're her little project. Wow. I felt like...
So we got a little bit of
lies.
Fake news. We got a misleading headline. We have a little bit of, dare I say, clickbait.
Oh.
How do you answer these allegations?
Did it work?
It worked. I clicked real hard. I was like, this sounds much more exciting than Louis hires squash coach for one time and then decides... it's a little too much.
Maybe more accurate. Okay. But this was just a test for everyone. You need to be smart with the media you consume. So did you fall for it? Think about it. 5 seconds.
That's right. Wake up, sheeple. It's time to think about the facts. So she's like, hey, we should do this regularly. And how do you... man, it's really starting to rain out there. I don't know if this is coming through on the mics, but...
I almost came here with a bike, and I was like, not today.
It's like fully fall now. It
went like this.
It was still summer
it went
when
for
I left. I went to Barcelona for a week. A little sneak peek of my head.
Brag.
And then I got back on a Saturday, and now it's fall, which is a bummer.
You got back on a Saturday?
Today is Saturday. I got back this morning, then I hit you up spontaneously and was like, how about you take one of your days, your free weekend days, and come over here and we'll do this podcast.
On a free weekend day.
So how do you break up with a squash coach?
We're really in a pickle. we're really in a pickle because we can't.
Well, that's a whole. Now we're getting into a new game. How many games are we playing here? We're playing squash. We're playing pickle.
Oh, that's pickleball. I've never played it. Oh my god, my friend always plays it, and she's like, "Oh, we're playing pickleball." I don't even know what that is.
I hear it's fun.
But it's like also like ping pong.
Yeah,
like
and I think easy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So anyway, so you guys are in a real squash ball.
We're in a squash pickle because that is a really cool place because it's like kind of super old and it like stinks like an old gym, you know. It really, when I walk in, if I feel like at home, and whenever we're done with our private sessions, we sit down for a beer because they sell beer there. We just drink a beer, drink a pint, watch other people play, talk about life, unpacking.
I love that. Like that's you're a little bit of a hipster.
Okay, elaborate.
Oh, well, because you're like, I love this place. It's super old, smelly, gross, which is like such a hipster thing to be like, oh, like the facilities are pretty bad, but you can drink a beer there afterwards. But it's like kind of, it's fun because it feels like authentically German or whatever.
Interesting. That was for you. I called.
Oh.
You need to go. Just kidding. Well, okay. Call me a hipster, but is a hipster even still a thing? I feel like.
Oh, don't play the young card again.
It's like
we get it. First of all, it's not even that big of an age gap. You're 27 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so you guys are trying to debate, like, so what you're worried about is that if you return to the scene of the crime, that she's going to be like, why aren't you?
Exactly. So we kind of fucked it up a little bit for ourselves.
Yeah.
We ruined it a little bit, but I think we're still going to go and we're going to be brave. And if she's working at the reception, because that was where she was working when she reeled us in.
Well, that's a good scam.
It's a good scam because we were looking at they had these little announcements on there and it said, oh, like squash for beginners with this like British guy or whatever. And we're like, oh, we were asking her, does this happen every week or whatever? She's like, yeah, it happens every week and blah, blah, blah. But I can also teach for you. I can also do it.
Well, that is a little, I bet the British guy doesn't know that he's poaching.
He stole. She stole clients.
I think you should really double down. You should go back and be like, we're not interested in your coaching, and actually we're going to go check out that British guy.
Oh.
You let her know that it's bullshit. She showed up late. She made you do the thing.
She was 2 minutes late. Still late.
Still late.
For me. Just like me, 27 minutes late today. What?
Yeah. Well, good. Good. I love the story. I love the headline. Any footnotes or anything else that you feel like the people need to know to get the full context of what's going on? Or
right now we're just in the processing mode on, like, we're trying to figure out what to do. Thankfully my other friend is out of town this weekend, so we don't have to do any squash.
Is it an every Monday kind of thing, or you just pick randomly the
we
week?
Usually go like Saturdays or Sundays in the morning.
Saturdays or Sundays. Ooh, a weekend morning.
Yeah, it's really nice. You wake up, you're like,
yeah, but that's
I'm gonna go
tough.
play.
It's like your one day to sleep in. You don't want to enjoy.
No, we sleep in a little bit. We go at like 11, 12,
okay.
and the bike ride there is really nice. It's
and
a beautiful morning.
And then you have like a nice like early afternoon weekend beer.
Yeah.
You get the weekend started.
You get to start
You've got
early.
The endorphins going.
It's really the perfect texture put in that video. Do you know what I'm referring to?
No.
There's this video of a woman. You're going to put it in the background.
Okay.
There's this video of a woman and they're getting interviewed about snow or rain or something, and they're running. And then she says, yes, it's the perfect texture. And then she keeps running and then she
falls.
Yeah.
I have seen. That's in Portland, Oregon.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so. Maybe I'm talking bullshit.
I mean, I would agree.
Sounds believable.
Definitely sounds like you would not be lying.
Yeah.
Because you would never lie to me, would you?
I would never, ever lie to you. So should I tell you what? I have two different headlines, and I want you. It's gonna be like a dealer's choice. You get to, So, first headline: Mothers visit Berlin, go to lake, harassed on train? Question mark. Second headline option: family trip to Barcelona. I should have thought more about how I did how do I say? First stop of European tour. No, wait. I don't know why I had a question mark there. European tour kicks off with small failure in front of mothers.
No, they're both really intriguing. Intriguing.
Yeah. Intriguing.
I want to hear both, but I want you to start with harassment on a train.
Well, we got to keep it snappy, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to do both. But so my mothers came to Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler
I saw
alert.
them. I
Yes.
saw them.
They used your joke multiple times on the trip about shoving a crystal up your ass and doing an affirmation. So
They did?
they did. They were fans.
Actually, can you see?
I forgot you were in a delicate state.
Can you see? It's actually happening. No, but this is good.
Okay, this is good. This is what
We're getting clicks. Oh my god!
getting
Give me like an example of a situation where they used it. Oh my god! I cannot believe they even know who I am.
What was the situation where they used it? I think like there was just some situations when we were like in Spain where we were like trying to get like a reservation somewhere or something, and like it was a problem, and they were like, well, maybe if we stick a crystal up our ass.
Oh my god! That's so good.
Yeah. But the joke is good, so sorry
Thank
to
you.
spoil it on the podcast.
Oh, it's not a spoiler. It hasn't been really working for me actually.
Really?
Lately, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it happens.
It happens. I'll bring it back one day.
So anyways, the mothers
Yeah.
came, they saw you, loved, and then so one of my moms, we always used to go to this lake when I was growing up, and we loved swimming in the lake. And so I really wanted to take her to the lakes here and show her that you could like how nice it is to swim. So the first day they were here, it was warm enough. I think it was probably the last lake day of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So we took them. We're going on the S-Bahn.
Mm-hmm.
It's the above ground train. Nicer than the U-Bahn.
Okay. I barely take them, so I like S-Bahn better. You're right.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I mean, I barely take them either. So, whatever.
Oh my god! Sorry for being truthful and real and.
I don't know. We
Anyway,
just can't all Uber everywhere. So, anywho, so we're on the S-Bahn and this kind of one of these kind of drunk daytime character. We're on a there's a 4-seat formation on the train. And it's a four-seat formation. We're in 3 of the seats, plus Oscar on my lap. So there's 4 of us in 3 seats, and it's a full train. And so this kind of drunk in the daytime character guy sits down
next with
in
you.
the fourth seat.
Was it a full train?
It was a pretty full train.
Okay.
And I was like, oh boy. And here's the thing. I love my mothers, but they've been living in a small town for the last 30 years. They're not city folk anymore, And I feel like as a city folk, when you clock this guy, he sits down with you, I cannot give this man anything. You know what I mean? Like if we crack the door,
Yeah. It's open.
It's open. It's open. He's in the house. He's eating our cookies.
No.
And we don't want him to eat our
No.
cookies. So, but my mothers, they're sweet, and so they, I think my mom gave him a little something, smile, whatever, a wink of the eye. I'm not sure, not that, but and so he's he starts, and I think actually the problem was the first thing was he wanted the dog. You know, and he's like,
Right.
oh my God, what a cute dog. What's his name? And I'm like, his name's Oscar, blah, blah, blah. And now the door's a little bit, but I'm like, and I'm trying, telepathically, I shoved a crystal up my ass, and I'm like looking at my parents, like, do not engage with this man. Like, this is a problem. He might be riding many stops with us. Sure enough, he was riding all the way to the end of the line with us. And, so he starts going on, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. He's from somewhere in Africa, Northern Africa, but like he also had like a German relative, and he was speaking English to us, and he spoke German, and he told us that he could speak 5 languages. I'm not sure to say that that's true or not, but I saw him speak 3, so it's not unbelievable that he could speak 2 more.
3 is, I believe it, 5. A bit too excessive.
Agreed. Thank you.
I would. Surely he can speak 5 languages if he can speak 3.
Yeah, probably you're right. I don't know. Okay, sorry.
Believe people.
All right. So anywho, but he's just talking our ear off, and at one point he's like, is this your son? To my mom, and she's like, yep. And then he's like, beautiful. I have 5 children. And then he looks at us really proudly, 4 wives.
Oh.
Or not 4 wives, 4 women, 5 children, 4 women, which was what he liked to brag about on the train.
Sick.
And then we all high-fived him, and we were like, yeah.
Really?
No. I didn't want to touch him.
Oh my God. I would love to see that, actually.
And so anyways, I'm just giving, I'm trying to send every signal, which my mothers afterwards were making fun of me because at the end it was just like, I was like getting real done with him, and I'm like, first of all, you're embarrassing me in front of my mothers, like this is not, he's like, he's just one of these kind of drunk guys on the train saying some, weaving in some nice misogyny and a little bit of, whatever, and just kind of weird and unpleasant. And I'm trying, when someone says something and you're like, oh, we need to all just let it like that die, like that there be no response, and then hopefully they get the signal that we'd like to ride in silence. Right. And every time something like that would happen, then my mom would ask me something about what we're seeing outside, and then that re-engaged, or then he would say something and I'm like, let it die, and then she'd be like, well, that's interesting. One of his other fun stories that he told my mothers was about how dangerous the ring bond is.
Okay.
And he's like, the ring bond is dangerous because you can fall asleep on it, and then you'll just go round and round and round, and no one will get you. You just, and I'm like, I don't think that's gonna be
so
a problem
dangerous
for my mom.
Good, but they know now.
But they know now.
They know.
They were warned, and for that I was actually grateful. But at some point I'm getting so fed up with him, and at some point he asked me my name, and I was just like, I'm good. Because
you did that?
I did that.
Wow.
Because what I was really, our friend Adam, the big guy of the Jew.
Okay. Yes.
Two Jews. It's a thing. I'm not being xenophobic. What is it? Anti-Semitic?
Yeah.
Anti-Semitic. I'm not being anti-Semitic. So I support everybody. And Adam's we're gonna have to get that part out.
No, leave it.
Okay.
Just really trying to like stay on path.
Yeah.
Sorry, Adam.
Adam has real New York energy, and it's one thing I want more of that in my life. Is that he'll just tell someone, he'd be like, "Hey, fuck off." Like, leave it. We don't want to. You're annoying. Like, stop this. And so I was really trying to channel that. And so he asked me my name, and I just said, I'm good. And
how did he react?
he was like, just tell me your name. Just tell me your name. He wouldn't leave it alone.
Really?
And so
Oh
we
my
went
God.
back and forth with me being like, it's okay, I'm good. And then him asking me my name 3 or 4 times. And then finally I was like, it's Patrick. He's like, okay. And then, and this is the real twist ending in the story. There was a woman sitting on the, and now we're getting towards the end of the line. And there's a woman sitting on the other side seat, the other foursome of seats. And she's like sitting in this seat, and then there's a seat facing her, and so she's bending over and stretching onto that seat. She's getting a little train stretch in, and so he starts ogling her, and then like elbowing me and like, and I'm like,
no.
And my mothers are here, and then he's kind of like, ooh, ooh, and then he's like, hey baby, to the woman.
What happens next?
And here comes the crazy twist in the story.
Oh, no, there's more.
She's like, what's up? It worked. He picked her up off the train. They started talking. He had told us his apartment's at the end of the street. He's like, my apartment's right here. This is when I saw him speaking German, which is how I knew he spoke the second language. And so he starts speaking, and she's kind of like, whatever, And then she was like asking us, me and my parents, like, what are you guys up to? And we're like, no,
What the
like
fuck?
we're going to the lake, and so we left them together, and they seemed like they were going off together. And
So wait, so this guy was drunk, right? Could you tell that he was like intoxicated? Was he smelling bad? Did he kind of like?
he seemed drunk.
Okay, but
in demeanor and speech, little slurry, little repeaty. Could have also been a drug thing. Felt boozy. Could also just be a little bit of a mush brain from a drug alcohol life. Always talked about his, once he found out that my mom was there, kept talking about his mom, and he said, my queen, my mother, my queen, which I thought was
sweet. He's a good guy, maybe.
We're finishing each other's
sentences.
But yeah, so then he picked that woman up, which I thought was wild.
Tell me about the woman.
Well, when I saw she was stretching and I was kind of like, okay, this is like I thought she seemed normal. And then I was like, oh no, this poor. I was torn between, thank God, let's get this energy off of me and my mother's.
But she's alone.
At this point I'm like, and then he starts with the kind of the cat call, whatever, and I'm like, oh my God, like, and now I'm really having a meltdown because I'm like, I'm gonna have to get involved in this situation now, and like I have my puppy with me, my mother's, like I'm just trying to have a nice lake day with my mom's, and now this is happening. And then again, the twist, and it was wild to me because also, when you see like one of these kind of day drunk people and they, are being kind of like sleazy on the street, you're always like, what? But then to see it work, you realize like
it's crazy.
I guess it must work sometimes. So
I'm so sad it worked. I'm so sad. It's so bad, so
Is
bad.
it sad?
Did he actually say, "Hey, baby"?
Something like that,
and she was like,
it was,
Was he cute?
He looked like he was handsome earlier in his life.
When he was a kid?
Well, wait, what are you insinuating about?
No, kids are cute. Like
in a
haha, like
okay, cute.
Oh my God. Oh,
gross.
Oh God.
So No, I mean, like, he looked like I bet when he was like 22, he was a real handsome, tall drink of water.
Okay.
And then I think he lived a hard life for another 20 years, and now he looked like that. And then that's the thing is when she got up from the stretching, that's when, and then she was kind of like, ooh, blah, blah. I was like, oh, you're also a daytime drinker.
Yeah, they're on the same page.
This is, yes. And that's why I'm like, it is sad that it worked.
Well, what if they're in love now?
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Maybe it's like now they have someone to drink with. He just wanted someone to talk to. We didn't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
My mothers were sweet. They're compassionate, sweet people. I didn't want to talk to him. I was like, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
It's Patrick. I'm good.
It's Patrick.
My name's Patrick.
And follow me on all
On
platforms.
Instagram. I'm a comedian. I have a show tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll talk to you all you want if you come to the show. And
It's a pay what you want.
It's a donation-based show.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's the story.
So I feel I have two different feelings about this story.
Oh, multiple feelings.
Multiple feelings.
Let's unpack the first feeling for me.
First feeling is like why, a woman is just stretching, just trying to be.
Agreed. Amen,
Don't hey baby.
Yeah. Don't hey baby.
Don't hey baby.
If you take one thing away from this podcast, don't hey baby.
Don't hey baby. But you know
baby, don't hey baby.
Don't hey. I was actually thinking that I should do you know what? This brings me to my other feeling.
Okay, so feeling number 2. So first feeling is ugh.
Yeah, disgusting.
Ugh. Don't hey baby.
Don't hey baby. But the second is it worked, and you said they vibed, and maybe they had a really beautiful day together, and that is the beauty of hey baby. Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works.
I want to do more hey baby.
I know, and
without the baby.
I agreed. I feel like that was always one of my things that held me back from love. Was I was so insecure that I might accidentally baby or hey a baby.
Yeah.
Because I would never want to make someone uncomfortable with a hey or a baby, like I would, but because of that, the thing is like you do still have to show interest in some way. And so if you're so worried and concerned about not making someone uncomfortable with your interest, people will always just think that you're not interested. And in my case, mostly think I'm gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
It's okay. It's okay to be gay. Look at me. Look me in the eyes. Listen. If you're gay, that's okay.
Hey, baby.
Oh.
If you're gay,
I'm gay.
That's okay. I'm gay.
Hey, baby, I'm gay.
Oh my God, we found our first merch.
Wait.
That's on a t-shirt.
What if...
Is the podcast called Hey Baby, I'm Gay?
Oh my God, I don't know how my parents would feel about that, but I feel like I need to lean in.
Lean in? And also, your parents aren't going to be able to find this, right?
They follow me on Instagram, yeah. They see everything. They like everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's supportive.
Yeah.
But isn't your Instagram has some Hey Baby, I'm Gay content?
Yeah, but I don't know how they feel if I
publicly,
flags and stuff. It's a little subtle.
To be fair, the turtleneck with silver chains is also not super subtle. I mean, I love it. I'm just saying, as a child.
Oh, I know. I present
of Les.
Child of Les. This is it.
Les.
This is Les. It's screaming Les.
It's screaming me Les, which I love. And I'm like, hey, baby, you gay?
Yes. What's up?
And you're like, hey, baby,
I'm gay.
I just don't think we're going to come up with a better name than Hey Baby.
Hey baby, I'm gay. It's really good.
So
Should we?
good.
Let's do it. Let's just do it. You heard it here first. You saw it happen. It happened in the moment. We were inspired. We were on the same frequency. I'm really doing a lot of these. Like, listen, baby. Listen up.
Well, I love that. And I do think now, obviously, we're going to have to start the whole episode over. So let's just reset for a second.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
Pat and Louie.
Welcome back to Hey
I wasn't-
Baby, I'm Gay.
Wait. I wasn't ready.
Oh, sorry.
I was just
Okay, we'll do it again. We'll do it
adjusting
again.
my chains.
Yeah.
So that-
so
that
fully-
they
and then
know.
maybe it's you get part of the turtleneck is cut. Yeah,
Oh,
it's just-
oh.
yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah, all good.
Excellent. Now I feel stupid that I didn't dress up more, but I'm in
It's
my
okay.
PJs because
Yeah,
my
no,
house.
it's a Saturday as
It's
well.
a Saturday, which
It's a
is like
Saturday.
classic.
Classic.
I was watching cartoons before this and eating Cocoa Puffs.
I wish.
So,
Goddamn.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, so
It's Hey Baby, I'm Gay.
it's Hey Baby, one beat, half a beat, I'm gay.
Oof.
Um,
I'm not good with music.
okay, well, just follow my lead and
Okay.
Uh,
We got this.
okay. We got it. Oh, no, it's okay.
Okay.
Welcome
Welcome
back. Oh,
Hello.
hello.
We don't have to
I'm
talk.
gay.
at the-
Hey, baby.
Welcome to Hey Baby, I'm Gay. It feels right.
It feels so
It feels right.
Nothing's felt righter. So
Except you're kind of lying.
yeah, it's true.
It's okay.
But I mean, as if you came to see my show, I've kind of had like a real summer of revelation,
Mm-hmm.
and I have discovered
You're gay now?
that I am gay for women. I'm a lesbian, and it's just I love a scented candle. I make my own water. I mostly feel comfortable in flannel.
You are basically.
When
yeah.
when I tried to pick up my wife, the pickup line I used is, "I would love to hold your hand." True story. So hey, baby, I'm gay.
Did you really do that?
Yeah,
Did you walk
so-
up to her and just say, "Hey, I would like to hold your hand, baby"?
Again, because I didn't want to hey or a
Right.
baby.
Okay.
So, but I was 27 and I had eaten a lot of mushrooms and I had realized I want to spend my life with someone, and if I want to do that, I need to be more assertive with my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And so we met. I felt like we really connected and vibed. And I felt like if I don't say something, I'm going to regret it. And so I was like, hey, baby, I'm gay. And so I was like, hey, I'm really sorry about this. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. And I know maybe this isn't what you're looking for, but I really like you, and it would be cool if we held hands sometime.
That's cute.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Comment
Well,
below.
Comment
Is it cute?
below. I think it's a little bit cringe.
Oh, it's definitely cringy, but it doesn't mean that cringy things cannot be cute.
Yeah. It's cute because it worked out.
Yeah.
It was cringe in the moment.
Yes, and then if it would not have worked out, it would be
Very
really
cringe.
cringy.
But that would probably be a better bit if it didn't work out.
Yeah.
You know? Like
Fuck.
Shit. So yeah. Anyway, we were already at 48 minutes. Should we do our real life news stories here?
Real life or the article?
The article.
The
that's what I mean,
article,
like real news.
Oh, it's not.
Um,
It's. I just saw something and I came up with an article about it. I guess that's about my life, but it's
Oh.
real and it's happening in.
No, I remember the second section is like you tell me a news headline and then I have to tell you the story, and I tell you a news headline. You have to tell
Okay.
me a story. But if you have prepared something else, we can do that.
Mm-hmm. I have one.
Okay.
Okay. Country goes to shambles. It's live streamed on TikTok in 174,000 angles.
Wait, let's take it again.
Country goes to shambles. It's live streamed on TikTok from 174,000 angles.
I liked that one better. So this is a real news headline, or you wrote this headline yourself?
It's my news.
It's your news.
It's news, but it's happening. It's
So
not published
It's
yet.
not. It's not in a journal of note.
No, but we can see it.
But you could hypothetically imagine maybe in the opinion section. Is this more of an opinion piece?
It's just the reality.
Okay.
Just tell me your thoughts, and then I'll say if you're right or not.
All right. This is an interesting story. Latvia is falling, and it's crumbling from the inside. And it started with the paragliding, honestly.
From last week.
Look, the lamestream media in Latvia is not kind of covering this, but the young folk, the people on the street, they're TikToking, they're YouTube shorting, they're Instagram reeling, they're Pinteresting, they're being real, and the evidence there points to total collapse. And people are going to tell you it's a lot of different things. I personally, the way I assess the situation from the talkers on the ground is, first of all, when did the dancing stop? When did the dancing stop? The youths of Latvia, they used to be there in the streets, dancing, ticking, talking. Now it's a sad state of guerrilla journalism that's happening, and that's pretty. In one way it's exciting to see a new thing emerging, but it's also saddening because you're seeing something die. And I think the way I see it, again from the talkers on the ground, is it really all has to do with the grain industry. When Latvia turned away from its real role as kind of a economic cradle of grain, and I'm talking quinoa, bulgur, your classics, wheat, wheat again, multiple times wheat, like wheat. Yeah.
Wheat?
Yeah, wheat.
French?
And so, Latvia used to be a strong powerhouse of grain, and now that they've turned away from grain and gone into whatever it is that they do now, is really bringing the country down. And I think it's cool that the youth is documenting that. I do think it's a little bit the young people who are protesting by baking their own bread. I think that crosses a line. Yeah. Personally, for me, I think that's insensitive. It's one thing to document or even celebrate the demise of a country. It's another thing to dance on its grave. And that's what the bread baking feels to me. And by the way, the ones who are just doing the yeast rising, same thing. Same, but different for me personally.
Still crossing a line.
And so, I don't know. That's my take on the situation.
That's very interesting. It's very close, actually. Not only is the youth involved, though, that was the most concerning part about this, really, is I'll tell what's going on.
Tell what's going on. Please tell.
Okay, Pat. So sometimes in the evening, I smoke a little weed.
Hey, baby, I like that. Roll one up.
Yeah.
Call me Snoop Diggity Dog.
Yeah.
And let's
burn
a joint and watch TikTok.
And that's exactly what I do. And then I get on TikTok, and TikTok has this lives section, right?
Hate it.
This is what's making me think that the country is in shambles, because people there, see, I'm smoking the weeds late in the night at 1 a.m. So that means it's 2 a.m. in Latvia. And I see so many lives. Girl math. And I see so many
Girl
lives.
Math is just real math.
It's yeah, we know how to count.
Yeah. So
So many lives with people who, they're not young. It's not the young. They're sleeping. They need to go to school the next day because they want a better future. But then there's people who are, I would say, like young adults, even into being an adult and even into being an old person, just on lives, talking to each other, drinking, talking about crazy things. Like during one of these lives, I heard that they think now in Latvia, this is really big right now, actually. You know when planes fly and they leave the little snail trail behind? Yeah, they think we're getting sprayed with COVID. We're getting sprayed. And this started happening more in September. And then there was a lady who said, yeah, there's also more mosquitoes now than there were in June. So we're all getting poisoned. Remember who's in control.
and who
Remember.
are we supposed to remember is in control? The gay president.
Yeah. They're trying to kill us.
Uh,
And I was like, and I entered the live and I'm like, hey, baby, I'm gay. Then they kicked me out.
But.
So that is concerning to me.
When you know the saying, like if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around, does it make a sound or whatever?
Yeah. What are you saying with this?
By joining the live and hearing the people talking about the COVID being sprayed in the sky and whatever, are you maybe, in fact, partaking in? You're helping the sound exist. The reality of the tree falling is now more real because you have witnessed it. And
No, I see you and I hear you and you are right. And that is why I deleted TikTok. I haven't been on it for 4 days. I just couldn't see any more of my.
That's not gonna work for the promo of the how are we gonna get? People are gonna have to.
I'll download it again for the weekend. Stop.
Oh, okay,
It's
right,
okay.
right, okay. But it's the weekend right now.
It is Saturday.
It is Saturday,
August 7th.
August. It is a hot August.
Hot August day. That's why we're
Day.
wearing turtlenecks and
Yeah.
pants.
Yep, I'm in the sweaty panties because it's a hot
I
August day.
I almost wore a beanie today.
I was just thinking today it's almost beanie season.
It is beanie. I wore a beanie 2 weeks ago already. It was like a bit colder.
Now, are you wearing a tall beanie? You wearing a small beanie?
Small beanie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got one small. I need another small beanie. We should go shopping.
We
together.
should, because we're probably gonna buy the same things.
I'm honestly seeing this outfit and I'm like,
Yeah.
should I get a turtleneck?
Yeah.
And a couple chains? Maybe.
And the cap. Anyway.
Well, okay. Do you want to? I think we have time for me to
Yeah.
pull a headline for you. Do you want to? Should I do an edit here, or do you want to do another Louis corner?
Oh, you're gonna go find it.
No,
I can do
just
another
got
Louis
yeah,
corner.
Do a Looney.
Yeah.
Do a
Looney
Looney.
corner. Hey guys, here we are. Welcome back to another Louis corner 101. Thank you so much again for being here. If this is making your day better, let us know. And if no one's listening, that's also fine because we're doing this for ourselves and not for anyone else. And I think that's beautiful. And Pat's back.
I'm back, and I just want to say we're not just doing it for ourselves. We'd really love you to listen. We'd love this to become a hit podcast.
Hit podcast, number one in the world.
Number one in the
We've
world.
knocked out Logan Paul and Impulsive Team and
Yes.
other podcasts. Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Who is he?
Yeah, Joe Schmogan. That's
Joe
what I say.
Oh.
Yeah, why don't you get at us, Spotify? We'd be happy to
Take your spot.
take your spot.
Mhm.
And yes, that's the thing. And now I'm just scrolling here to see.
I'm fresh. They arrested Tupac's killer. Just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Just they did.
I was just gonna read. You shouldn't be looking at the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's well. Maybe let me look at the BBC, huh? Maybe the BBC has something.
Let me look at the.
I should have really prepared better.
Hey, here's a headline for you.
Wait, here's a headline for you. Tell me about this story. Live Russian strike kills at least 49. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. Not about the headline. But
Oh my God, Pat. Really bad.
all of these are just so.
They're real, and there's real news, and it's
Yeah.
sad.
Here's a good one. Here's a fun one. Cost of car ownership soars in Singapore. Any facts on that? Any ideas
Yes.
about why that might be the case?
Well, clearly this is happening because, as we all know, Singapore is a really developed country, like technology-wise, and
We do know that.
it's really Singapore is one step ahead.
Yeah.
I would say 4 steps ahead of like a normal, your regular, I don't know, Germany or America or something. And they have the flying cars now. They have gotten rid of
Like in
all
the
of the
air?
roads. Yeah. They got rid of all of the roads. And the flying cars, they cost way more than even your Tesla. I mean, it's bananas how expensive these cars are. But again, like, Singapore is a really developed country that they have good salaries there, so they can afford these cars. But
And what are the? I mean, I have to imagine are the fuel costs also contributing to this, because that's I mean, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but I imagine it would be more costly with the fuel. What kind of fuel do they use?
it's not even fuel. Yeah, it's not your regular car fuel. They're using something else. They need a large amount of electricity.
Okay.
And then very specially trained birds
Ooh.
that kind of carry the car.
So what? Why? So if the birds are carrying the car, why the electricity?
For radio.
So you can listen to music.
Yes.
And can you like pick what you want to listen to?
Oh yeah, of course. It works. There's Spotify built in. It's very advanced technology in there. You can also play PlayStation in there.
So it's also kind of a self-flying car.
It can also, for me, I would also say it could be an apartment. I could live there.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a kind of a mobile home flight car travel. And I mean, I guess this is also got to be groundbreaking, because then you can really stack the height of living and traveling.
And you're not really, it's groundbreaking what is happening in Singapore right now, and
I feel like it is breaking a lot of grounds if the birds drop the.
Yeah, well, there have been some deaths. Little deaths.
Oh God.
Yeah, children. Just kidding. No children died. But the doves.
So it's doves.
Oh yeah,
Or
white
is it
doves.
Mix like a.
They're trying to bring in eagles.
Ooh.
You know
How
where
do the
those are.
doves-
You know where those are coming from.
Sorry. How do the doves feel about that? Are they being chill about it, or?
They, someone's coming for their job.
Yeah.
It's never nice, but they get good benefits. They're getting paid well. They're just kind of keeping their head down and doing the work, and then after.
What's the training program like for something like that? Because that is, I have to imagine a rigorous program.
Yeah.
Which that's cool. They're creating jobs for birds, which is important because I feel like birds have been overlooked for too long.
Yeah.
They're literally unhoused. They live in trees and bushes like animals.
Crazy.
So that's cool. But is it hard? Like are older birds still going to be able to get these jobs?
Yeah, there is an age when you have to stop, just because also the wings, it's a repeated movement. It gets worn out, just like if you're playing squash too much, it's gonna start hurting at some point at your age, at least. How it's probably a bit harder to move for you than it was like 8 years ago. So that happens. Obviously it happens to birds as well. So the government has implemented a few rules so that we don't like
But probably if the birds
abuse
just
the
like
birds.
followed through with their coaching, and actually just like invested in themselves and their training, they could play for a lot longer and not like be hobbled from one day's exercise class,
No, that is definitely true, and it's each bird has their own responsibility to be able to also come in for work and do the job that they're meant to do.
Well, this has been Hey Babe, I'm Gay.
Hey baby, I'm gay.
Hey baby, I'm gay. Should I tell you the real reason? Or I think
yeah.
that is the real reason. The
I know.
cost of a certificate to own a large family car in Singapore has jumped to a fresh record high of $146,000, which is 87,000 pounds. It doesn't say in euros. The city-state introduced the 10-year certificate of entitlement in 1990 as an anti-congestion measure. So now you have to buy a permit to buy a car. They're sold in auction every 2 weeks. And for example, if you wanted to buy a standard Toyota Camry hybrid, that will cost you about $250,000 US.
Ew.
About 6
Just to have a car.
Yeah.
So they're doing that to have less cars, basically,
yeah.
on the street. Oh, interesting.
Which I support. I support birds getting jobs, and I support less cars on the street.
Absolutely.
I say get the cars in the sky where they belong, and leave the streets for young, fresh teens like me and Louie, who are just kind of like out there, gang banging or whatever. No, we're out there being real.
Yes.
Ticking and talking, not going on lives.
No.
'Cause that's some real bullshit.
You can still do lives. Just don't do it at 3 a.m. with like random people and then scream about. Anyway, I feel very heated about it. Sorry.
Also, I
got
just don't
carried
get
away.
why TikTok keeps trying to make me go to these lives. Like, who gives a shit about these lives?
You can really get lost in there. I screen grabbed something, just going through the lives. I'll send it to you. Oh, it's up there. Just that's what I was looking at.
Woo! That is
Hell
wild.
yeah.
Well, this has been fun.
This was fun.
Look at us.
Look at us. We have a name.
We have a name.
Oh my god.
Hey, babe,
Hey baby,
I'm
I'm gay. Pat and Louie Pat and Louie do a podcast. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew.
Pat and Louie, and this time Oscar. Pat and Louie, and this time Oscar. Pat and Louie, and this time Oscar.